All right, good morning, everyone. Before we begin today's program, we'll start off with a rendition of God Bless America from Chantel Norman. I'm sorry, actually, we'll be doing the national anthem, even better, from Chantel Norman with Visit Sarasota. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I'm excited to be here today and to be able to always partner with the Bradenton CVB and now the beautiful new Convention Center. So I am blessed to be able to share my rendition of the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang loud, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, oh, and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Good luck following that, huh? I'll try. Please, everyone, take a seat. Good morning. I like that. My name is Keenan Singleton. I'm the Communications Manager for the Bradenton Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm honored to welcome you here today to this historic event, the official ribbon cutting for the new Bradenton Area Convention Center. Thank you all for being here. Today marks the completion of a $54 million expansion and renovation that will launch the Convention Center into a brand new era, one that welcomes a new set of tourists to our renowned destination. Soon, people will know why the Bradenton Area Convention Center is the place to host on Florida's West Coast. Sought after for our sugar white sand beaches, nature preserves, and rich arts and cultural experiences, conference goers and event attendees now have the opportunity to explore all that the Bradenton area has to offer. Now, back in 1985, community members gathered here to celebrate the opening of what was then the Manatee Civic Center, which would evolve into the Bradenton Area Convention Center. Now, 40 years later, this venue, with 95,000 square feet of meeting space, is a legacy investment into the future of Manatee County, supporting economic growth and opening new opportunities for our entire community and local county. I'd like to acknowledge our Manatee County Commissioners here today joining us, as well as our Tourist Development Council members. Chairman of the Board, Mr. George Cruz. George? Oh, you hid from me, sorry. Commissioner Amanda Ballard. Commissioner Mike Ron. Commissioner Tal Sadiq. And of course, we have some of our Tourist Development Council members here today as well, Mr. Tony DeRusso. Norma Kennedy, And it's a little bright up here, so I can't see everyone, but if you are also an elected official here today, please raise your hand and be acknowledged as well. Thank you so very much. All right, we're also excited that the mayor of Palmetto, Dan West, is here in the front row with us, and former Mayor Shirley Groover Bryant is here as well. We look forward to hearing from you both later on today. Thank you all for being here. We also want to thank Manhattan Construction, Ducon, and Folly Bryant for their dedication to design, construction, and our renovation and expansion project. It is now my pleasure to introduce George Cruz, the chairman of the board for the County Commissioners. Thank you.
I was told I had 3 minutes, so I was getting in the on-deck circle over there. Now I know how the public feels when they come to my meetings. Thank you all for being here. I'm not going to take up a lot of time. It's just, this has been a long time coming. This has been years in the works through multiple versions of our Board of County Commissioners working, coinciding with City of Palmetto, and with our private sector. We always talk about public-private partnerships, but this is the epitome of what we're talking about. This is a public sector building a facility that's going to create immense economic benefits to this entire region while working alongside a private business who built us the best-in-class hotel, a hotel that far exceeded any expectations when we first met with Tony and his team about what they envisioned for this land over here next to our convention center. So thank you all for coming. This is a great day. This is a long time coming. This is going to be a convention center that we're all going to enjoy many times over, whether it's a chamber event, an economic development council event, or any other gala you may come to. I have an event here next week already. So, thank you all. Thank you to our current board that's here today. Thank you to the past board who is not here, but all of the commissioners. I know Commissioner Baugh, Commissioner Whitmore, Commissioner Servia, Commissioner Bellamy, all of them were instrumental in making sure this happens, and I want to make sure to honor everybody who had a hand in this. So thank you all. I look forward to hearing everyone speak. I look forward to enjoying this convention center. I look forward to the future of Manatee County, City of Bradenton, and City of Palmetto working together. Thank you.
He asked me how we did on time. He just made it. Thank you, George. All right, to my left, right there, you will see our new climate-controlled corridor that bonds the convention center to our headquarters hotel, the Palmetto Marriott Resort and Spa. The corridor is the physical tie between this public-private partnership. The 252-room full-service hotel offers convention center guest high-end amenities, all within a short and comfortable walk. Our next speaker represents Palmetto, the city where the convention center resides. Our District 2 Commissioner, Ms. Amanda Ballard. She also serves as the chair of our Tourism Development Council. Amanda.
Got to move that down a little bit. Thank you all so much for being here today to celebrate this truly historic day in Manatee County and in Palmetto. I am honored to represent Palmetto, honored to represent, to be the chair of the Tourist Development Council here in Manatee County. This facility represents an amazing investment into Palmetto, something the likes of which I don't know that we've seen, and we stand on the shoulders today of so many who were visionary years and years ago to set this into motion. And I feel so grateful that we had the vision over the years to make this happen, that we had leadership that was visionary to ensure that this came forward and that we are able to have such a beautiful facility that's going to attract so much economic development to this area of the county, which oftentimes feels overlooked and underserved. But this represents a true investment into the community, and I'm very excited to see what the future holds for this facility in Manatee County. Thank you all.
And now I'm going to readjust. Thank you, Commissioner Ballard. Now, inspired by the surrounding area, all the meeting rooms here at the Bradenton Area Convention Center have been named to reflect popular locations throughout our destination and to ensure event attendees that they have a sense of place while here at the Bradenton Area Convention Center. To speak more about our proud home city, please welcome our next speakers, Mayor Dan West and former Mayor Shirley Groover Bryant.
Good morning, everyone. It is an honor and a privilege to be here with all of you this morning on this momentous occasion. It is so exciting. It's a beautiful blue sky, not a cloud in the sky day today, and I think we're going to see a lot of these days ahead at this location. So we are just very excited, and I just want to say, I just listened to the commissioner speak. You know, we do want to say thank you to all those folks who came before us that are maybe not here with us today. I know Ralph Haben could not be with us here today, our former state senator and speaker of the Florida House of Representatives. We just want to say thank you to all those folks who gave so much in the years preceding this. And I wish they could be here today to see what it looks like and what it's going to be. And you know, folks, it's going to be a wonderful things ahead for the city of Palmetto and Manatee County with this located within our city confines. So without further ado, I want to give you the person that has a lot of the institutional knowledge about this for the last so many years, and our former Mayor Shirley Groover Bryant.
Thank you. It's such an honor to be here today. I'm very, very disappointed that Ralph Haben couldn't be here because, as Mayor West pointed out, he was the Speaker of the House, and he actually brought the $8 million home to Manatee County. He was very, very proud to do that. When he brought the money home, the powers that be at this level, they wanted originally to name it in his honor, and he said no. He said, I brought this to Manatee County. He brought it to serve Manatee County, Palmetto, the surrounding areas, because he knew the quality of the community would be elevated by having a convention center, a civic center as he originally called it. But to defray that, the fact that he would not let them use his name, the powers that be named this Haben Boulevard, and that will be in perpetuity. And I'm just so sorry he couldn't be here today. I was so counting on it. I even called Senator Boyd and trying to make sure, and it just was not going to happen. I want to say, you know, when it's mentioned 40 years that this has been in the works, it sounds like a long time, but my recollection goes back, well, I was just a mere child when this started. So that kind of, you know, it gives you some insight into it. But guess what happens when you have people that come forward and they're visionaries and they have ideas, and when at first the discussion came up again to talk about having a hotel right here, and then when it started getting more and more serious about the Palmetto Marriott and all the visionaries that had the same vision, it was interesting because week after week after week, every Thursday morning, all these wonderful people, I'm not going to name names because I'd forget somebody and be embarrassed, but I don't know how many people must have been on those calls every Thursday to keep this ball rolling, and nobody relented. All the different entities work together. This is what you get when you get true commitment and collaboration by a great community, by a great number of people that are all committed to doing the right thing. And I know there's more to do here, but I'm so thankful that we're here today and celebrating this property and these buildings and what has come together and been developed for this great community. So just want to say God bless everybody that has been part of it, will be part of it, and all those that will be coming to visit this great convention center. Thank you all, and God bless. Thank you for allowing me to speak today.
this look better? I don't know. There we go. Thank you, Mayor West and former Mayor Shirley Groover Bryant. Now, following our ceremony today, we welcome you to enjoy some light bites provided by our in-house caterer, Gulf Islands Hospitality. Led by Executive Chef Tony Parker, guests will have the opportunity to get a taste of the Bradenton area by experiencing our unique Floridian flavors and tropical influences before ever placing a toe in the sand. Now, Vernon Desir's father was instrumental in the founding of the original Manatee Civic Center, and he is here today to mark this momentous occasion as we head into the future of the Bradenton Area Convention Center. Please help me in welcoming former Tourist Development Council member and CEO of Manatee Memorial Foundation, Mr. Vernon Desir.
Keenan, I have to begin by saying it takes a bold person to wear shoes like you were wearing. So I think we're in good hands. You will be able to get your message out with no problem. Conceptually, when all of this began, I had just returned from graduate school. And I was surprised because I lived in Louisville at the time, and there were many places to go for concerts and conferences. And, you know, being in that era, you attended a lot of conferences as you were trying to determine what you wanted to do with your life. So I returned and was, you know, a little perplexed by that. And then as I became very active in community events and organizations and wanted to serve, because that's what my father always taught me to do. He said, you serve, you give back. I started to complain about the size of places. We had some nice facilities, but if you were a family and you wanted to attend the graduation of your student who was getting ready to go to college, you really couldn't have more than maybe 1 or 2 people because there was no place large enough other than a football stadium to hold that many people. And of course, in June, when graduation is occurring, the weather is tough. So I remember saying to my dad at that point, I said, you know, get some people together and try to figure out how something could be at least started here of discussion on moving forward to do something to bring the community together, to have a place where not only the local people could be, but you could bring guests in from other parts of the country and be able to celebrate this beautiful area that we live in. And that was in the late 70s, believe it or not. So as a result of that, and we're working with Senator Price and Commissioner Pat Glass, Stu Gregory, there were a number of us that just started having little sessions where we thought, let's see what this could become and how we could deal with it. And I was really only there at that point because I had done a lot of events and could give them some expertise on what, you know, would be necessary to make this feature what you wanted to draw attention to get here. So I commend those people back in that day, and I commend the commission at that point, of which Mrs. Glass was a member, for having the foresight and the excitement that we felt to put the pedal to the metal and get going. We then realized that we needed to get Speaker Haben elected speaker so that those things could happen as well. And so God bless Senator Price for all of his efforts working with Lawton Childs and Wilbur Boyd, a lot of names you may not know at this point if you're new to this community, but they just wanted the dream to come true. I just can't tell you how happy I am just to be here. You know, when you think 40 years ago, the theme for the day was Paint the Town Blue. And the roof of the Civic Center was a very bright blue. And everybody got involved. It was so exciting to just see the response from people. Even though it had been a difficult challenge, the people came together and really wanted it to be what it has become today. We wanted it to be almost what you're seeing today, but of course, back at that point, we were a population of less than 200,000, and it wasn't quite in the vision of everyone. Some of us were already there, but not everyone. So We had to wait a little while and do it in bits and pieces so that it would come. But Speaker Haben went to bat for us. He was elected, and his gift back to this community was, as Shirley Groover Bryant said a while ago, Mayor Bryant, $8 million to get it going. But prior to that, the Kiwanis Club of Bradenton put $500,000 in seed money so that this could be thought of by the community as something very serious. You know, sometimes they say, put your money where your mouth is. So that we went to the Kiwanis Club and they said, we see your vision and we want this to happen. So I also want to say thank you to all of those men and women in the Kiwanis Club for believing in what was about to occur. Speaker Haben is not feeling well today. He was due to be here. This would have been a real triumph for all of us to just see him again and to be able to thank him in person. But I know that he's feeling the love today because so many people realize that without that wonderful gift from the state, without the Kiwanis seed money, none of this would be here today. So I'm just happy to still be here 40 years later. And I would like to just say to my dad, thank you for listening to a little young brat, probably at that point, that didn't really have a whole lot of sense. I was just excited to get going and had just been married, so, building a life at that point. But he listened, and he realized that what I was saying, was important. Communities, in order to bring people, have to have space, and they have to have space that's workable and functional. And so that was the goal at that point, was to make it a multifunction, beautiful facility that we could do all sorts of events. And so I've been thrilled to be here in an athletic event, in a convention, in many events from the community, all of the DeSoto events from the past. For years, we're all limited as to what we could do until this was open and the space was made available to have larger crowds. And then most importantly, thanks from the families that now can all go to their graduations and see their kids graduate. Elliot, I want to thank you for continuing the dream. It was not always easy to share something from that far ago with other people, but Elliot believed in what we were doing. Elliot understood how important it was to have a place to share, not only with the community, but for your families and others around the state and nation. So I thank you for all of those years that you listened and continued to push to get all of this done, and I'm grateful to the commissions historically as well as presently for realizing that, the most important thing is community, is having a place for us to share, be together, and enjoy what God has given us, which is a beautiful, beautiful space. So, although we're not painting the town blue today, it's a beautiful blue sky, and I'm standing here looking at it, so I feel like the roof is now almost over here. But thank you for being here. Thank you for recognizing what some wonderful people decided to do over 40 years ago. It was more like 50 years ago until this was built 40 years ago, but it was about 50 years ago that we really worked so hard to get it all done. But the cities of Palmetto and Bradenton, and then the county, all got behind us and supported what we were doing. So it was a miraculous day, a beautiful day. My father passed away right after that, so it was a little bit of a bittersweet time for us, but he did get to see it finished. And so I'm grateful to God for that and for the many blessings that he's given you. So many, many wishes for grand days ahead to all of you, and thank you for listening.
Now, if you're wondering about the shoes, that was a directive that I was told to wear these. Thank you again, Vernon. As mentioned, in 1983, the Bradenton Kiwanis Club pledged its support for what was then the Manatee Civic Center. The group put up $500,000 towards the project, an equivalent to about $1.5 million in today's currency. Representing the Bradenton Kiwanis Club, please help me welcome Bradenton Kiwanis Club President, John Mullins. John.
George just asked me if I have anything left for my speech, because most of it's already been said, but that's all right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jonathan Mullis, president of Bradenton Kiwanis, and I'm very honored to be here today on behalf of the Bradenton Kiwanis as we open this next chapter in Manatee County. But as has been mentioned, when this convention center, then the Manatee Civic Center, opened in 1985, it became a place where the hope for Manatee County could be, where what Manatee County could become, started to become reality. But that story began much earlier, and has been mentioned. In 1978, the Bradenton Kiwanis put up $500,000, about $1.6 million today, in seed money to get this project started. That contribution came from one of the most unique examples of civic entrepreneurship, the long-term operation and eventual sale of the Bradenton Trailer Park, now called the Bradenton Tropical Palms. This is where the Bradenton Kiwanis converted profits from the stewardship of that property into actionable funds to support this community, including this convention center. Kiwanis' work in education, literacy, food security, scholarships, and youth leadership has always been grounded in the belief that the future for what we want for children must be intentionally constructed, just like this convention center. We believed that in 1978, we believed it in 1985, and we believe it today. So on behalf of the Bradenton Kiwanis, congratulations, and thank you for continuing this shared commitment to building a future worthy of the next century of Manatee County. Thank you.
Now, at this time, I'd like to welcome all of our speakers back up to the stage, and we'd like to also honor several speakers here today with some awards. Can I have Vernon Desir back up to the stage, John Mullins back up to the stage, and unfortunately, Ralph Haben, who was not able to be here today. We'd like to hand you guys some awards. We'll also have our Executive Director, Elliot Falcioni, also join us up here at the stage as well. Elliot.
Commissioner Ballard.
I'll be Ralph Haven. For John. Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh, you are Ralph.
I am Ralph
Okay.
Haven. Taking a mockery out of his name.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being with us here today to celebrate this major achievement for Manatee County. Now, of course, the moment we've all been waiting for. Please join us in our official ribbon cutting of the Bradenton Area Convention Center, just to my right. Thank you.
No.
I guess I'm cutting the rug. Yeah.
Oh, well, Keenan's messing with us.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Those shoelaces.
I'm starting to wonder. All right.
Be careful, they're sharp.
All right. Ready. All right.
So we do a countdown.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Not yet. That was the rehearsal.
Let's do it. So we're going to do